Today I'm going to build a button that sends messages in Discord, because every Monday we get kicked out of the house at 8:30 in the morning because our cleaners come and we don't know when they are finished. When the cleaners are finished cleaning, they will just click the button and my mom will get a notification on Discord because SMS notifications cost money. For projects like this, it's good to start off with. For the prototype, I will need a microcontroller, which will be the brains of this button, a breadboard, which is a simple way to connect things together, foil, cardboard, and some wires. I started off by putting the microcontroller on the breadboard, and then I used cardboard and foil to make a DIY button, but then realized that this solution is terrible and I should have just used a normal button. Then I plugged the microcontroller into my computer and started to program. But unbeknownst to me, I would spend an entire day trying to program this thing using VS Code, my favorite code editor, instead of using the Arduino IDE, which is the tried and true method of programming microcontrollers. I ended up using the Arduino IDE and spent like 2 hours debugging because I got my Wi-Fi password wrong. To explain the breakthrough I discovered, I will first have to explain what libraries are. Libraries are like little packages of code with useful functions that you can use in your own code. I spent so long trying to get my code to send a message to Discord, but I discovered that there's a library for that, which made this way simpler. Eventually I had a working prototype, and now it was time to move on to. I decided to 3D print the outside of the button and then stuff all the electronics inside of it. The first version of the button couldn't fit all the electronics, so I had to get creative. I decided to make 2 layers of the button. The bottom one is where the electronics would be, and the top one would be where the button and light will be. Now the challenge would be how to attach the top half and the bottom half. I ended up with a mechanism with 2 clips that latch onto the top layer. I then came across another problem. How would I be able to keep the button on while being able to take it off when I want? I added a ring that snaps in place that prevents the button from falling out. Now I was able to cram all the electronics into the bottom layer of the button. For the electronics, I took the rechargeable battery out of a Chinese knockoff Xbox controller I found on the hallway at school and soldered it onto my microcontroller because I was too lazy to just make it plug in using USB. Then I soldered the button onto the microcontroller, which took a surprising amount of time. Last night I soldered an active buzzer to the microcontroller to make the button make noise, but I decided to replace it with the passive buzzer. Soldering the passive buzzer was pretty easy. Coding it was also super simple, and it was surprisingly easy to implement the passive buzzer. I added a green LED to add more feedback when you push the button. I had some troubles fitting in the second layer, but in the end it worked out really well. Throughout the video I've been using heat shrink tubing, which you put around wires and heat it up to shrink around them. This helps prevent unwanted electrical connections that may cause catastrophic failure. I printed the button out of clear PETG filament. Overall, I think this project was a huge success and the result exceeded my expectations. Thank you so much for watching to the end, it means a lot to me. This project took 5 days to complete and I appreciate the support. I might post an update in a week or so to tell you guys if the cleaners actually pushed the button.